welcome to Blood of a Fool. I'm your host, B, Bree, whatever the hell you want me to be. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to the Insomnia Hours, where I keep the insomniacs, well, where I stay up with the insomniacs and keep the other side of the world somewhat entertained. If you're not keeping up with the drama, NAG's been shaken up by a single hallway. There's not much else I'm going to say about it, but yes, NAG's been shaken up by a single hallway. We have to deal with all that shit. We've got to fill in CJ on all the mess today, and then just save up for some money. I'm not looking down. I'm not looking at the negative. I always try to think and look at things at the positive. All of this drama and BS I was not prepared for. I wish that it would have been properly prepared for the sake of our team and us as people. It would have been more appropriate to plan all this shit out, but that's not how it happened, and it's just made me exhausted, in game and out of game. I am tired, so I really want to distance myself again from ever having to deal with drama RP. It's not my type of thing. It's not for me. I don't want to do it. So yeah, that's the gist of that. But for now, we are in a predicament that we have to figure out. Basically, have to work out the fine prints in anything that we purchase together. And besides that, what else can you do? I mean, I don't want to be around it. I don't want to, I guess I'm glad that it happened now rather than later. It just sucks that it happens like right after a robbery. It could have easily been talked about, but it just wasn't. I think his last argument was, I said all this during the meeting that was irrelevant, because after the meeting, everything that you wanted was done to the house. It already was halfway done, but so yeah, that meeting was irrelevant from what I understand, and yeah, they didn't talk to me about shit, and it could have all just been easily talked about, but it wasn't. So let's go ahead and get to the game. Let's call up CJ, see what he says, come up with a game plan, and see what happens here on out for NAG and Hope Wesson-Smith in NoPixel Blue County, alright?
Hello?
Hey, what you doing?
Just getting rid of some moonshine.
Oh, you been in the sewers?
No, just some stuff I had in my tow truck.
Oh. Well, where you at?
Where am I at? I'm in Toledo right now.
Oh, well then you're not far. You want to come by the house?
I'm with Ed now. We're doing it together.
I mean, I don't really give a shit if she hears or not. It's whatever. I just need to fill you in on some shit from yesterday.
Yeah, I got two. I'll be like 10 minutes. I got 3 more to do, and I'll be done in Toledo.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm actually gonna wake up in Polito real quick and grab my truck. I need to fix my shirt anyway, so I'll meet you over here in like 5-10 minutes. How about that?
Yeah, perfect. Sounds perfect.
Alright.
Alright.
Sayonara. Light.
Bye.
No. Change characters. Logouts. I feel bad for CJ because I know he's been trying his best to, I mean, I feel like he hasn't put that much into the group because, I don't know, like him and Rick, I mean, they seem close, but they also don't seem close. And then there was the incident where I guess Chong told me that Rick and Gavin were sort of picking on him and Edna. So yeah, I'm not sure what their relationship is like. I'm gonna ask him first before I tell him about everything. I guess next time, I'm definitely not going to surround the group with like one person's friend group. I think that's really where we went wrong. But again, I had trusted Rick. I thought that like they were going to be ride or die. So, I mean, this whole thing just sort of blindsided me, to be honest. I just wasn't prepared in any way, shape, or form. But, yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. I wish we could have just talked about it before. Like, the last time we properly talked about it was in the meeting, and everything was changed after the meeting. I remember V being on the phone, being like, she put the table right by the door, so it's whatever now. And he's like, alright. So I guess that still wasn't good enough in his mind. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't feel like they give CJ a lot of respect. But again, this whole thing, especially, I'm not gonna lie, V wanting to leave is just a little surprising because, but then again, I guess she's been alone by herself recently. Ty's been busy, so. That reminds me, did I get any of that money from the last one last night? Yes, I did. I actually processed. Hell yeah. Because I didn't sign out properly, so I was worried I wasn't going to get paid, but it looks like I did get paid. Thing is, there's a bunch of other people in the city that like are just like 2 people or whatever can easily replace them. It's just gonna take some time. Oh, you saved it. Thank God. I did not want to deal with that. I don't want to go into the sea again. Let's go ahead and eat that before it goes bad. Oh, I wanted to change my clothes. I might go do that real quick. we still need the elbows. Is that good? Yes. Okay, and then let's go and delete this. And I'm gonna make Sad an emo outfit real quick. What's a good emo outfit? Like something big, oversized and overwhelmed, a sign of which is called my eye. Hereditary soul. Or like that. What is that one? With the hood. 62. 62. We already have a long code. $62 or $172. We already got this for the dang hunting outfit thing. $62 or $172. Can't even see it. 62, 172, 205. I kind of like 205 right now. It's not bad. I still kind of like the hoodie better. It's more disheveled. Was it 102? Is it 72? No. No, backwards. Right? Oh no. I've lost it. Shit. I didn't want to get in depth like this. I just wanted to quickly find like a disheveled outfit. This is taking too long. Come on. Where the fuck did it go? Where did the hoodie go? There's that one too. Whatever, we'll just stick with that one. There's no vest. Is it in scarves and necklaces? No. Is it in bags? Nope. Is it in watches? No. Decals? Nope. 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 I have no idea. 172. That's all I changed anyways. This on real quick. Why is it like this? Why is it like this now? I might just have to say fuck it and come back. He's probably waiting. Dude, that hoodie now doesn't fit. That's bullshit. What the fuck? Where's the other one then that I was looking at? I just wanted the one with the hood on. Like, why is it so complicated? Where are you? Guess that'll work. I want to cover my whole face, dude. I gotta put my hair back. It's hard to cover your whole hair. works. That works. Now real quick, let me get some sweatpants. Two.
Wearing?
Leisurely wear.
Oh, the mask.
Oh god, I'm fucked up. Hold on. How are y'all? What's up, Edna? Edna, you got a spider on your foot. At least for me, she does.
Edna, you gotta jump.
I gotta take a damn nap real quick. Hold on one second. I'm fucked up. I can't get in the house. I have to relog. We're about to tell CJ the story and probably make Edna a new member, to be honest. That's probably what's about to happen. And that's fine with me. Cause I just wanna have fun at the end of the day. No drama for me. I'm getting too old for that shit. Save it for another bitch. Get off of my front porch with your nonsense. And it's not fucking good for you. And good for you. And good for me. What's good for two ain't good for you. Bitch, the attitude. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Come on, let us back in the game. What's taking forever? Here we go. Why can't I unlock the door, damn it? Dude, I hate the buildings in 4.0, like I really do. I just can't get what I need. Oh my god, bro. I can't get in the house. Like, I can't get in the house. Wake up, fool. Okay, oh my god. Had a heart attack. Took me a minute to get the door open. Was she gonna stay outside?
Check this out. There's no way to get water. I was hoping that we could hold water on the surface for him to make moonshine, but it's literally just
So
a
what
toilet.
can you? It's just a toilet for.
Yeah, if you want to make a custom bathroom, like there's custom cabinets and stuff you can get. So it's probably just to make complete the bathroom.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
the only toilets. Our toilets in like the prefab one.
That's cool.
Well, I was hoping it would actually serve a function. Like, you need max sewer rip to buy it, the blueprint, which doesn't make any sense.
But it doesn't do anything.
You could probably sell it to people that want to build a fancy house, I guess, but then they can also just have a sewer person get the for them. I don't know. I don't know the purpose of needing max rep to build a toilet. Maybe it's future function, maybe. Down the road,
Probably.
maybe you'll be able to... Maybe you need some sort of special scooper to scoop out the water from the toilet bowl.
The toilet.
What's this lawyer thing all about?
1 minute. Well, the lawyer thing kind of goes off of what happened yesterday, which was right after you fell asleep, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to wait, but I was caught off guard. Well, let me just explain first of all. Me and Chong went and did grime after I woke up. We did we had just gotten through one run. We were trying to get through one run when V texted Chong and asked if they could talk to him. And keep in mind, in this time period, since the email thing, me and Rick have talked a little bit about other random shit. I've said the thing on the Discordia, talking about how we should meet up, and we were also, talking about getting all that together for when we got robbed and everything.
Right.
So we've been copacetic, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they call up Chong, and me and Chong speculate what it's about. We think, it's not going to be anything big, because why would it? At the time, there's nothing going on. Me and Chong think everything's, good, and we're moving on. But then I was also like, well, why would they want to take you alone? And he was like, well, maybe they want to set me up on a date or something. So I'm like, well, maybe, But then later, while I'm trying to do my Mosley's job, V calls me and tells me to come up there. I forgot where we were. Oh, we were at a random auto repair, an old one that nobody was using, auto repair place.
Okay.
And basically, from the gist of it, I guess those two in particular, want to leave the group. So where does that leave Ben and Ty? Well, I imagine Ben's gonna follow, because he is Rick's right-hand man, and I believe Ty will follow V, because they're obviously attached to the hip. I was shocked with V, because I don't understand where that came from, but she's just following Rick. So she didn't have much to say at all. Their reasoning, from what I can understand, is Rick said that he didn't feel like his opinion and his struggles with the house had been noticed. And he also was... Well, backtrack. He had told Chong a bunch of different things that he never brought up to me. So when I got there, it was a different story. Chong told me this afterwards. He was like, there's all this shit that Rick was telling me that he never said when you were there. And I was like, funny how that happens. So Chong told me that there was also... Because Rick only told me that from when I was up there, that it was because he didn't feel like he was heard or whatever. And I told him that was bullshit, because I had redesigned this same fucking hallway 4 times now. And ever since we bought the house, no one's been in the city that much. We all cut back a lot. So I told him in the conversation, I was like, if you were moving a lot of shit, if it was really such a big deal to you, why didn't you just move a wall? Just slide it to the side. So simple, right? Or if it was such a big deal, he could have brought me to the side and been like, hey, I'm going to stay with you while you work on this so we can think of something. He didn't want to compromise. And I feel like what this all boils down to is he's just upset that he didn't get his way exactly when he wanted it, right when he wanted it. And that's just what it feels like to me. Because his reasoning was like, well, I said all this in the meeting, talking about the last meeting that we had. And yeah, he did say all that in the meeting. And ever since the meeting, everything's been changed. The table's here now. We came up with compromisations, and he was on the phone with V after I moved the table. So he was fully aware. He's trying to say that he hasn't been in the house, but there's times where I've been an editor here recently where he's popped in. So he has seen the house. He is aware. He just doesn't give a fuck. So, like, there's no issues with the house anymore. There's no issues at all. And I thought we were moving on, but then they pull us aside and tell us that yesterday. And of course, he right away goes to, well, we'll have to get a lawyer and work out what you owe me for the house. V said that she was still going to give us her cut for the loan for Gavin. And Rick said he would too. But he said, yeah. Cause he asked, like, if we want to keep the house, whatever. And I told him, I was like, dude, the same thing I told you when I started this group. I'm not babysitting anybody. Everyone's here on their own accord. That's what's going to make it work or doesn't work. Like, everybody has to want to be here because they want to be here. He was trying to say that our goals don't line up anymore, some shit. Like, this, like, they were just trying to use a bunch of excuses to stem off the fact that I don't know if they've been planning something behind our backs or not. I think for the past couple days that's a possibility, because I also think it added to the plate that I didn't probably go up and talk to him after the whole email thing. Like, I haven't had a chance to officially do that yet, you know, via here or in the nightmares. I was given a little time, and then we were, you know, had been talking normally about other shit, so I was just waiting for the right moment. But then, and like I told him yesterday, I was about to, I had went up to give him a hug to try and square things away, like, just be like, yeah, dude, like, I don't want any hate, whatever. But he turned around and got in the car and said, bye, Chong, as I was walking up to him. So that never happened. But in my shoes, like I told you the other day, and like I told Chong, I have made an effort as, like, the puppeteer of this group to try and make sure everyone's happy. I ask you guys, even V and Rick, if you guys are okay, if you guys are doing what you want to do. Like, I try to make sure that everyone's happy. And I even, like, I guess I jinxed it, because if you noticed, or like a lot of people missed it, I guess, but in the Discordia here recently, I wrote about how I appreciated everyone, and that I appreciated everyone being my friend and taking the time to, you know, get the shit done and work as a team. Like, I guess I jinxed it after I said that, because of course right after I said that, shit just goes crazy. But like, I really did try to make an effort, and I let everybody know, inside or outside the city, if you ever need anything, just let me know. So I mean, I really did try my best, and it's like I told them, I was kind of pissed when I was meeting up with them, because in my eyes, it's our first ever disagreement as a group. This first ever sort of argument, as you must say. And he's so quick to be like, fuck it, I'm out then. And I told him at the group, I was like, if you're gonna be so quick to pull the trigger on something that we've all worked hard for, on something so minuscule as house decor that is easily changeable, and if you're gonna be like that, then I don't even want you here. That's what I told him. Because, like, you can't even, if we can't even get through a debate about a wall, how the hell are we going to get through, you know, planning out crimes and shit like that? Like, all that other, you know what I mean? So,
he doesn't want to get into crime stuff. I asked him when I was talking about moonshine and, like, going to sewer stuff. He's like, oh, he's interested in getting business license and all that too.
Right. Well, I just mean any other thing we may have disagreements in the future. Like, if you can't handle this first one, which is so small over a wall, how the hell are we going to move on? And to me, and Chong said that at that point when they had met up with us, that they had already planned something else, and I could tell too. Like, V and Rick, like, Chong said something about, and these are things they talked to you about with him. They didn't talk with me. They were so fucking quiet when I was saying everything. Like, you could hear a pen drop because they had nothing to say. I told him, he tried to say something about there was all these little things that added up to this. And I was like, what little things? Because no one's told me anything. I was like, I've straight up asked y'all to your faces, is everything okay? Like, y'all not having any issues, and y'all told me no. So then how the fuck am I supposed to know that there's been a problem? I can't read people's minds. So he's trying to say that there's been some underlying issues when they're like, he's just using that as an excuse to be a little whiny bitch because he didn't get what he wants right when he wanted it. Like, he got it in the end, but it wasn't on his time. And because things weren't on his time, he's pitching a fit and just wants out. And I told him, if you're going to be that way over something so small, then that's okay, because I guess it's a sign. I guess things are not supposed to work out here early on. Like, maybe it's going to, like, maybe it's, like, I just kept trying to look on the bright side, Like, maybe it's a sign. But that's what happened. I mean, they told Chong a bunch of different shit. They barely had anything to say when I was talking, but I just remember Rick kept saying, I stated what I needed to say when we were in the meeting. And I'm like, the meeting that doesn't fucking matter because you haven't even been in the house.
He left the meeting early.
Exactly. That's the last thing I remember him saying was, I said what I had to say in the meeting. And I was like, that's the only time you've ever said anything. He never said anything up till that point about anything to me.
He never even brought up the materials in that meeting, because I was going to talk about using my own materials.
I know. He left early. He left in a little pissy fit because he also was pissed in a fit because I wasn't just jumping up to make changes that he just announced. Like, it's just some bull. It's my problem is, like, they're trying to be like, oh, you need to put yourself in Rick's shoes or whatever. And I've put myself in Rick's shoes, which is why I've worked my ass off amongst trying to get the loan together, working jobs, and dealing with a bunch of shit in my nightmares, and to redesign this same shit 4 times. 4 times. He didn't offer to do it. He didn't offer to sit here and get through it. He didn't offer nothing. He just wanted to sit there and complain to everybody and all his friends and turn in the narrative to make me seem like the bad guy. When I've done nothing wrong, I've been busy. You know what I mean? I've been busy inside and outside the city.
I think his point was just, like, we don't even have anything to protect. Like,
I mean, I get that, but at the end of the day, I'm an artist. I like to create. I just was having fun in the house because it makes me happy. I don't see what the big deal was. If you care about me at all, like, we could have came to a compromise, but it doesn't seem like he does. He wasn't willing to come to a compromise. He wasn't willing to drag me aside and tell me about any issues he may or may not be having. He just wants to sit there and complain and scream in my face and to everyone else. And then here we are. After, like, we think everything's resolved, here we are.
I feel like he wasn't even building the computer here, so, like you said, he wasn't even using the place.
Well, I can't tell you any logic, because the whole thing doesn't make any logic, like, sense to me, CJ. Like, not only, like, where we, like, I thought we moved past it, we're sitting here trying to plan, like, to hang out, and then all of a sudden he's like, can we meet up? Like, we're gonna leave. And he's giving me attitude the whole fucking time, because he's mad that I'm spitting, like, facts. Like, that he never talked to me. I can't read minds. I worked on the house and his complaints as soon as I possibly could. I literally went back and forth between this and this and this. I'd wake up inside the city, hear him complaining to Gavin, or hear his text message, then wake up in my nightmares. And there's another thing, in the nightmares, you know what I mean? In our emails. It's just too much. It should have never been brought outside the city. I admit I shouldn't have snapped that one message where I, like, used caps. I admit I shouldn't have done that, but it just made me mad because I was trying to get us, like, to get the conversation to stop, and he just kept going, and he still kept going there at the end until he deleted it later. He deleted that last message because I guess he looked back and he seemed really stupid. So, and that's where we're at. I told him I have no hard feelings or whatever, but I'm not gonna beg him to stay, and if they want to leave, that's fine. I told him I wasn't going to give up the house because I worked too hard for it. And I told him that they're not going to slow us down. We're going to keep going. If they're, like, in a rush to do some, like, it seems like they're in a rush to do some sort of shit. And if that's the case, whatever. And I know he's been stalling on the computer this whole time, so it makes me think that they've been planning something for a while now. And I don't necessarily think V was in on it until recently, but I think he has been. Whether or not that's with Gavin, I don't know, because there was something Chong brought up about how, I guess he asked, are you going to go move in with Gavin? And apparently Gavin's like asking them to move in. But Rick has told Chong that he's not going to move in or join any group right now. He's just going to do some solo shit. Yet V is leaving with him, probably along with, what is his name? Ty and Ben. So it's like, so you're going to do your solo thing, yet your whole crew's following you. You didn't have enough money for the computer, yet somehow I've been able to squeeze and get all this together, yet he's been working more than me and he hasn't been able to get a PC together, which I think he's just building in at Gavin's or collecting all the parts until he left. So
yeah,
like I honestly think after thinking about it today that he probably has been planning this ever since he didn't get his way the first time, to be honest, which was that when he first started having here with the squeeze section, and I didn't go back to it because I had been working on a bunch of other shit. I think that's when it started. And then it just put on the icing on the cake. And Chong also tells me that he was saying like they were requesting just to have a plain whatever, but that's not what we talked about. That's not what I want to do. And again, it would have been so easy to compromise if you would have just talked to me. But they never talked to me about shit. Like if there was any problems, they never told me.
After the whole fight, I said we should just do 2 rooms, and then Rick agreed with me. But that I wasn't part of that. When you guys had your little key party here with all the people, that's probably when you discussed it because I wasn't around.
I mean, it's what
after the VU party.
Oh.
I think that's when you guys must have talked about it.
I mean, I guess, like, my thing was, I don't want to, like, keep arguing about the house, because the house is done. I'm not fucking touching this house again, besides to put some furniture in it.
What's the lawyer thing if we probably can't afford to buy them out?
I mean, I don't know, because I want to talk to a lawyer and figure out exactly how this works.
4 of them paid.
Like, what is that? You're cutting off.
Well, 4 of them paid over half, even including Gavin loan, right?
Well, it seems like the loans are out of the picture. Like, we have to pay that back. Like, that's Gavin they're paying back, not us. So, I mean, they used the house for a duration, so I feel like at least we're gonna have to, like, cancel out the loans and just try and pay back whatever is they paid on the house, which I wrote it all down, and it's really only around 100K to buy out all 3 of them. I ran the numbers last night.
Really? I thought Rick was like 55 just himself, or 60 something. Because you have to count the loans, obviously.
Well, that's what I just said. I'm not counting the loans because it seems like we're going to keep those separate for right now because we still owe one. So we're just talking about what they paid in the house for the house. What the fuck?
The 8K that was for this first loan would have been everyone's contribution, so... No?
What's that?
The first loan was paid off, so that's considered like part of the paid for the house kind of thing.
Yeah, but for right now we're keeping it separate because I don't know what to do about the loans, and like I'm not calculating that shit right now. Like I'll talk with the lawyer about it because in my opinion I don't think like you can just like up and leave and expect your full amount back that you put forth. Like
there's no contract either, so
that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to talk to a lawyer because he's trying to get he wanted to get a lawyer for all of us, and I said no, I'm not doing that. I don't want whatever lawyer you got. I want to get my own. So we have to talk to her.
Message?
Yeah, I saw it right before I saw you. So I just got to talk to her, see what we can work out because there's no contract. There's nothing in fine print. All we have are the deposits and everything that I wrote down in my journal. But 6749, 6749, 57, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 plus 9, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, roughly all three of them with what they paid on the house, like nothing taken out, is like 115K. I thought this jacket was black. Why is it gray? Oh no, it is black. I'm tripping. So yeah, unfortunately that's what happened. What are your thoughts? Are you upset? Do you give a damn?
Oh, it's annoying more than anything.
Like are you mad at me?
No, just mad at the whole situation. Like, to have our group fall apart over a wall seems crazy to me. But
well,
like,
I totally agree.
I've never felt included with that group, anyways.
Well, and that's something that Chong slightly told me the other day, which I kind of wasn't aware of. But when I looked, I saw the signs. Is it that you just didn't mesh well, or that it wasn't given a proper chance?
No, I call V and ask, like, she'd always be with Ty doing something, so I was like literally doing grime solo or with randoms.
Oh, that was another argument they brought up, which is that they said that we seem like we're all far apart or some shit. And me and Chong said, what else can we do? Like, we've tried to set up meetings every week, and we have to make money, and the jobs only can work 2 people at a time. And to be honest, whenever they do their hangout shit, like amongst themselves, they've never called me and asked me, except for like once maybe. So I don't know what else we could have done to get closer. And another argument that he said, again, he told Chong but not me, was that he was also sort of upset at the way I was treating Gavin. He said that, this is according to Chong, that when Gavin said in passing that shit about like, hey, I might throw in on the big house with you guys, that I should have taken that as he wanted to be a part of the group and basically have let him in. Which all I said was like, he's gotta at least show a little bit more than that. And like, I knew that at the time you guys, there was some problem with y'all in hunting and them being a little rude. So it's like he again, all I said with that Gavin stuff was that he's gotta show a little bit more interest than, hey, I might throw down on a house with you. And apparently I was just being mean to Gavin. So
well, even when I met Gavin goes, "Oh, you're Chong and her friend." So, whatever. That's what it is. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna miss him. But no, but I'm just worried they're gonna, this lawyer thing. I don't want to live my life in debt either. Like, if
no, we're not gonna be in debt. Like, nothing was signed in stone. Like, I don't know what all they're expecting to get out of something that was never signed. In the end of the day, it's in Chong's name. And Rick only paid, like, slightly more than me. Not even 10K more. So, and now I've put way more in than anybody else in the house. But they were trying to say that doesn't count or some shit. So, I've got to talk to a lawyer and figure everything out. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. But I think, but I am going to try to hang on to the house because it's the housing market's just gone up and up. I think it's a good investment, if anything. And at least we have something we can use and on our side. Without it, I feel like we're just never going to get a house again. But things aren't impossible right now. And I've really been trying to look positive because I've been surrounded by their negativity for like the past 5 days straight, and I just can't deal with it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't want this shit to go outside the city, and I really didn't want it to leave, and I didn't think that was going to happen yesterday at all. So I just don't know where it came from. I'm more shocked and a little hurt than anybody. I thought, they was going to stick around till pretty much the end, but I guess the cracks really started to take a toll.
Well, I think they wanted to save up for a bigger house, the first house too, and this just like broke them, like, because they have Gavin's house to hang out in with a basement, and they can build anything they want and have their own room. Where this is like pretty limited.
Yeah, but we agreed on that when we did it. We said that we were gonna afford the stash house. Of course, it turned out to be smaller than what we all wanted, and it didn't have a basement. But how could we have known? Besides sneaking our ass in here through the mechanic thing. So.
Yeah, me and Ed had to sort our bottles on a hillside in the dark. Because, I mean, I could have done it in the backyard. Well, just because to do the bottles, there's like maybe not 100 different spots, but there's like, say 50 different drop-offs, all in different areas, and you have to hold one bottle at a time in your pocket.
Oh.
So you sort them in piles for each section of the island.
Yeah, you can do it in the backyard.
Yeah, we just didn't want to. If somebody was following us, and because there's a lot of heat now with the moonshine to get around and stuff. So.
Yeah, I want to go with y'all one day on one of those. I want to see what's up. What's it about?
Like, it's pretty good.
Do something
I
different.
have 2,300 in my pocket right now, just from today.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, as it gets higher, you go. It's I think it averages around $100 a bottle.
Nice.
My bottles, I think, are 85, 86.
Yeah,
so I don't know if it gets better with rep or brewing, but I haven't brewed any today. I actually took a trip to Green City last storm.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just see if see any old faces.
Did you?
I seen Adrian in the yellow pages, but I didn't call him.
Yeah, I haven't been back to Green City, but
there's people driving nice, like, custom cars.
Yeah, I forgot. Somebody at Mosley said something about maybe getting cars in the next couple of days, but I feel like there's people been saying that for forever.
Yeah.
Either way, I just want to let you know, because in my eyes, it's not the end. Like, definitely next time.
It depends what the lawyers say, really.
What's that?
If we're fucked, if the lawyers say we're fucked, then we're fucked.
Well, I don't think we're fucked by any means. I mean, if anything, we have to pay them back what they put down on the house, but I don't think they're gonna get their full value. And if they did, it's only $100K.
Well, plus the loan money.
Yeah, depending on how that's going to work out, because they're still willing to pay back Gavin for his portion, so I don't want to say, because I don't know. In my eyes, I think the loan money should be squared off and consider that all that they've used the house for this whole time, and then we pay them back whatever they put forth in the house. Either way, the loan money isn't that much for their share, because Ben wasn't even in on it, so he's out of the picture on that.
Yeah, Ben had 9K.
He did on the house, 24? But not on the loans. Ben had 9, Rick had 67, V had 40. It's about 116. That's what I was saying.
But then you count the first loan payment, and that adds up too.
That's if we pay back the loan. I feel like that's gonna be squashed, like the loan shit. They're just gonna have to consider that what they've lost. Like, I feel like that's what I'm gonna aim for anyways. Because they have to take a hit somewhere. Like, they just can't leave our group without notice, without nothing, and then expect, like, all their investment money back? Like, what the fuck? When there's no signed documents or nothing? Maybe next time I need to make paperwork for any new member. Like, fuck. Non-refundable.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, now we can take some new members, but just make sure we just gotta make sure that they're cool and kind of have them hang around for a bit and make sure they're not little babies about anything. Really, we just need to find adults. People with some gray hair, so I won't feel so alone. I don't have that much, but yeah, I've slowly been keeping an eye out for I'm slowly gonna keep an eye out for new people that can help us out and would be good assets. Maybe talk to Drago or Winston, my old friends again. Either way, it's not the end of the world. It's all good. I was trying to think positive, and all I could think was that it was supposed to happen now for a reason. And that's it. But if you ever have a problem with something again, because I didn't know that you was having a problem with them. Like Chong told me in passing.
It wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem. It just whenever I called them to do a job, they were always with somebody else doing a job or.
Well, there was also that shit where Chong said that they were picking on y'all while y'all were hunting. Or picking on Edna.
No, that was you. You even said it too. You're like, well, Edna didn't do anything. That was all. That was everyone. Like when you guys were divvying up the payout, and then when Edna had brain issues, you guys were like trying to get someone from there.
I think Chong was talking about a different time or whatever.
And we talked about what about Edna's cut, and then you're like, well, screw Edna's cut. She didn't do anything. And I'm like, well. She should get her cut. She was here. Why would somebody that just shows up randomly get their cut? But then it turned out we wasted an hour doing nothing that we could have been hunting, and then.
I think Chong was talking about a different time. I don't know. He just told me that they were picking on Edna, talking about her weird hair or something like that.
Oh, that wasn't hunting. That was just Rick at Senior Buns. Edna works there.
Well, Rick, Chong told me it was him and Gavin, so I didn't know that there was.
Oh, maybe they did.
Rick. It was Rick and Gavin
at hunting, maybe.
But either way, I didn't know that there was some sort of picking on or some issue. Like next time, just let me know.
Oh,
I don't want anything to brew.
That was like a joke, and she was not upset by it, but she had plastic surgery since then. So why would they still call her that? I don't know. That was a Kiki thing when she first came to the city. It was like she moved on past from that, and they just kept bringing it up.
Well,
maybe it upset her. I don't know. I didn't.
I mean, I think they was keeping secrets, so like, it is what it is. Just don't be afraid to tell me nothing, because I'm not gonna deal with this shit next time. Like.
Well, like I haven't tried to get Ty and V because if Ty and V wanted to run the moonshine, that would have been a good income for the whole group. Like I could stay in the sewer, like brewing it. They come collect it. Like me doing everything is not productive. Like I still have money to go deliver. Like I have probably $5K in dirty money and clean money that.
Well, that's why I was looking, and we needed them, but we need some more folks. But shit, we needed some now, and now we definitely need some. So,
like chopping cars is good income, but then you chop the cars and you get the jewelry, then you do jewelry runs, and you wash money, then you do the money orders. It's not like instant return.
Yeah, it's a process.
Like the moonshine.
Well, if you ever
people can just buy bottles and then they go do everything else. Well, I don't know if there's people buying dirty money, but
create a little chit chat with the people you see out when you're delivering the shit, the bottles and stuff. Just get to know who's out there. Maybe somebody's out there running that's by themselves and can scoop up a partner that way. Because either way, now I'm going to keep my eye out for hardworking people to fill in the gaps that we have.
Yeah.
If I knew them in purple, that's even a plus. If I used to know them in purple, that's even a plus.
Yeah. Long shot. They've all have new lives in the green.
Well, I've got a couple over here. That's Drago and Winston, but I have to talk to Winston. He's sort of a lone bird, but he's got the key to lockpicks and everything.
Nice.
Drago would just be good for everything, but I think he's sort of doing his own thing too. What is she? She could have came inside.
Did she just run off, dude?
I hear you.
Tell her about that spooky picture in the field.
Oh, this, you know, I wish it was around Halloween time. This property is going to be so cool around Halloween. Especially if we can, like, set some things out on the porch. Oh, my God.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
You gotta change your
Talk
top.
so long.
Serious
You could have came
conversation.
inside. Why didn't you come
I was
inside?
trying to do something. I was trying to do something with my photos.
Oh.
I was trying to
What?
like do the photo that I was trying to zoom into a photo and make it more like clear.
Oh. I see.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I don't know how to do it.
I don't know what you mean.
Like take a like crop a photo so it's like zoomed in and then make it more clear 'cause it's too blurry when
Yeah, I don't know on that one. I've always struggled with that kind of stuff. CJ, you know?
I have maybe a higher resolution eyes, maybe. Just come here.
No, I mean like to edit a photo you can probably do that. It's just you need some kind of like
Photoshop.
yeah, use Photoshop.
Actually, I'm probably gonna call it a night, to be honest. It's already one in my brain, and I already actually slept in.
Oh. You are?
What?
You're going to bed?
Oh, I'll drive you wherever you're going. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed soon.
Oh.
Well, we can finish these runs tomorrow. How much is in your pockets?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Jesus.
10.
10 bottles? 10 drop-offs? Well, look in my glove box, Hope. So those average ones are $100 a bottle,
Oh.
and the other ones are 85.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to do one of these with you sometime.
There's like no rush. There's no job. It's just you turn in the bottles. Like those are unlabeled, and then they turn back they give you a bottle that looks like give her a bag bottle there, isn't it?
You gave me, I've seen one before. I've got one on me. The delivery.
Yeah, they have bags now on them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you gave me one. Moonshine delivery. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've just
so
been
basically,
working
all we did
Mosleys
is
to get up my money.
We put little signs on the grass. We put like grapeseed, Polito, Harmony. Then we just stack them in each pile to make
Oh, okay.
do the runs easier.
And you got to take the money down to the sewers.
No, the money I just wash in my apartment.
Oh,
And after
I
you wash
still
it,
have.
you gotta do money orders.
Oh.
I feel like the economy is different because in the White City, I was dreaming, and they had like thousands of dollars on them doing these runs.
I'm sure it is different in some way, shape, or form.
Because they're actually like robbing people doing runs. And they're robbing the bunny order cars. They're robbing. That's why I need Edna here for backup.
It's not
And
like I
then-
can help you if we got robbed.
Here's my
You still have a knife.
We'll be killed though.
No, we wouldn't.
Yeah, we would. It would fail.
And then here's my number in case you ever need me if CJ's not around. I tend to stay up way later than he does.